Hi everyone, this is John with the About Us Solutions team. Today will be the first in a series of videos in which we teach you how to produce a fixed asset depreciation schedule by using Alteryx. Alteryx is an analytic process automation software used to speed up otherwise manual tasks. For finance and accounting professionals, this can be especially useful for tasks which are typically done in Excel or Google Sheets. To begin, look at the file which you can download below in the description to this video. You will notice that there are three folders in this file: input data, Alteryx workflow, and output data. To begin, we will look at the input data folder. You will notice this folder has three Excel sheets. The first two Excel sheets are identical. Alteryx does not allow you to have two versions of the same, or have the Excel sheet open while you are writing to it. So we created a view version so you can look at the Excel sheet while producing your Alteryx workflow. The duplicate assets Excel sheet will be used to answer question number 7 in the problem set. The Alteryx workflow file contains the finished workflow. We will be building this from scratch, and this is where you'll save your workflow. The output data folder contains the Excel file in which you will write the answers to all of the problems. To begin, let's take a quick look at the problem set, and by doing that, we'll navigate back to the input data and choose the depreciation data set view. This first worksheet contains an example of what we're attempting to accomplish today. You will see at the top here there is a sample row from the problem set. We've removed some columns because they're extraneous. So when you go to the problem set, the data set itself, you'll notice that there are a few more columns. However, you can see that there is a single asset here which contains one row of data. For the tax year 2016, we're given the asset ID, the description, the in-service date, the depreciation method, the estimated life, and the acquired value. Our goal is to take this single row of data and create multiple rows, one row for each year in the estimated life of the asset. While this can be done in Excel, it is a slow and manual process. As you can see, this one asset, which has an estimated life of 5 years, produces 6 rows of data. Now, there's other assets which have longer estimated lives. Some are 7, 9, up to 39 years. It would take a ton of time to do that in Excel, so Alteryx helps speed this up. You'll see we've also created this column depreciation percentage. We've calculated the beginning of year tax basis, the beginning of year accumulated depreciation, the current year depreciation, the end of year accumulated depreciation, and the end of year tax basis for each year in the estimated life. A good check is to be sure that the end of year tax basis is equal to 0 in the final year of the asset's estimated life. We're now going to take a look at the data set itself, just so you can get an idea of what you're given. We are given tax year, we're given the entity, the system number, the asset ID, the asset description. We're also given something called the extension, the in-service date, the acquired value, something called the PT, the depreciation method, and the estimated life. For more explanation about what each of these columns mean, please check the data dictionary, which is in the instructions. Our next sheet is a depreciation mapping table. This maps the deeper method as defined in the data set to the specific type of depreciation which we are using. So you can see MF200 is 200% MACRs, MA200 is 200% MACRs plus a 50% bonus. This will be used to generate the correct percentages when we are calculating depreciation percentage on our assets. And it ties to this table. We created this table using Alteryx and the data from IRS publication 946. It calculates the depreciation percentage by year for an asset depending on the type of depreciation and the estimated life of the asset. We will be relying on this to perform our calculations. You could create this yourself, but for the purposes of this video, we thought it would be better just to give this to you as it is a bit more complicated and more manually time intensive to produce this. Now, let's begin. Start by opening up Alteryx. On this particular video, I'm just going to give you a brief explanation of Alteryx itself, and then in the next video, we'll begin actually building our workflow. So to start, at the top here is called the toolbar. This is where you can access all of the tools that are used to build a workflow in Alteryx. Each tool has a specific purpose or purposes. You take a tool and you drag it into the middle white portion of your screen, which is called the canvas, in order to add it to your workflow. You'll notice once the tool was dragged to the canvas, this window on the left changed. This is the configuration window, and it is unique to each tool. It is how we set up the rules for any particular tool. So if I change it to a separate tool, the configuration window is changed because the options to configure that tool are different than the previous tool. Finally, at the bottom of your screen is the results window. This will show you the preview of your data, as well as any errors, issues, and any files created when you run your workflow. Thank you for checking out this video. Be sure to tune into the next one where we actually begin to build our workflow. Have a great day.